the first part of the video, we introduce ourselves and we claim ourselves to be courage. Courage for military courage and valor. We need to thoroughly unrest the war in Africa to impede other cross-branch fighters among the American and the Ukrainian, and later impede other cross-branch fighters among the other people of Africa. We certainly need to kill cannibal, we certainly need to kill extremists, we certainly need to kill jihadists and all of the things that we don't want to fight against if they're killing already. And this speech is for you guys that are fighting for us, the Italian in Africa. Make a good job. Clean us out by the extremism. As we need to kick out Russia off the mine on Dharma. This is the first military speech that I will do for courage. However, I think that we need to finance the courage speech against the Africa Corps new Wagner project in Russia, because I think that they want to expand Russian influence to Africa, and Eastern Africa is one of the most dangerous places in the world, and Tuareg won't really permit it. Well, the Tuareg fears were bandit, so their reputation is not really good internationally in the neighboring government. But we are concerned about they are cleaning the scandal, and we rather even try to unrest the fact that they are cleaning their scandal by expanding the influence of the meritocratic state and leader of Ukraine, but in fact they are mostly ally of America. Well, the sources are coming from Ukraine, and this is creating cross-branch fighters. We can really unrest cross-branch fighters for a clear war, am I right? Or there are the Russian rebels that are overtaking the government of the ECOWAS, and the only forces that can counter them right now are the Tuareg, even because the ECOWAS president weren't very efficient. And we don't need to support the military of France to support the military president, even because they did many shit in Africa, and we know what are we talking about. But we don't want to blame for Timor and terrorists that are not a speech, or as I'm going to get the speech in Caribbean about military in Africa, or there is paramilitarism rising about consuming in Africa, and we want to either consume the paramilitarism. Where we would like to kick out all the anti-extremist governor, the extremist governor of the world, alongside with the possible cannibal and jihadism which might arise in the region of northern Mali. The Daesh is a region which is part of northern Mali, so we can concern about there are jihadists in the area. There are little cannibal in the area that are dangerous, and there are careful for cannibalism in ECOWAS. So practically, by seeing the video of the warlord in Liberia that we will link you in this video, we can have constant about everything. Or we want to have a mostly long speech where I make a clear and disambiguation about all of the things that are actually happening in Africa. In Africa, because the Africa is a land full of war, and we know that we are fighting for the sources down there. Or the Wagner care only about the sources and pays military occupational forces and toxic police with either protection. But we can't arrest that there is protection for the toxic police. So we have to bat up the toxic people and murder the political oppositor, because we are in a size of emergency, which will include all the what into spread of cannibalism, extremism, and jihadism worldwide. We can counter the thing like that without the military, because the jihadists are dangerous extremists, alongside with the cannibal which know only the violence apparently, so we can do nothing about it. We must counter them with the military. Even Ukraine now is admitted, and Trump is now sending his wonders to Ukraine. So I think Russia is a dictatorial state, but we can blame only on Russia when the Zelensky government were almost Nazis and war criminal. And we know that neither the war but the casus belli to explode it. And if we want to really explode the war, we must defuse the bomb that is happening right now in Europe, Asia and Africa. No, neither we racism around West Africa, but we can republicanism is Donald Trump doing. We need to support the Berlusconian political Donald Trump, and neither this scandal alongside with Epstein. But we need to have fun of Epstein, and we need to know what scandal he committed. So if we committed a scandal, especially sexting, we presume that we don't assume any responsibility about that. We'll either rather unrest the meritocracy in Eurafrasia Africa and peace talk. However, the military are essential for the peace talk, because we can't input a peace without inputting the enemy military under pressure in this case. At any rate, if there is even cannibalism, jihadism or extremism in the area of the world, we need to butt up using with military, because the military has are the most dangerous found peacekeeping and inter of economy, and we need to input these men in danger, which are no more scummy men, which aren't capable of any or anything that is non-violent and that is either statistical, but in fact the statistic and the non-violence are some of the fringe of society or and what happened at any rate at any day between the non-cannibal and the cannibal, which are in fact the carnivore of the society, which predate each other and in turn unrest, the predating for the people around the world, which only would like to live and only would like to coexist in a free and just society, like how do the liberalism say. There is nothing bad in unrest in liberalism, especially if there is the meritocracy and the policy about stock market and private property. But in fact, we consider the liberalism as a mind, the right-wing ideal. So the accuse is to be withdrawn. But I don't know how many times I will repeat the same thing. They will always counter me with things that don't mean nothing. I don't either give a fuck about the director gay. Right now I'm talking about Africa. We don't know about they. But at any rate we don't hate they, because there is no motive to hate they, because they're weak. They're weak, and until they don't threaten me, so being weak, I don't threaten they. Ether would like to threaten to make them more strong, but I suppose this is illegal and I can totally do it. Or there are things like the extremism that is rising about the gay pride that I hate totally, but I'm sure that is concerned about the quarrel for Palestine and the worker movement around the world. If I say this thing, I'm sure to get elected in a country like America or Italy in Denmark where there are many problems and concerns rising about it. But however, we had work culture and we either despise to being on politician. We want to destroy the work defamation against the victim in Africa, because I think they support the Al-Nasr front. I mean the third front that is called Boko Haram, yeah. The Boko Haram front that is overtaking unlike was promoting jihadism and persecuting the Christians. Otherwise there is instead Nazi Christian, but we can tolerate unrest only war in Africa, where already many stuff are going down between the coalition and the bandits, so we must vanish they. And if there are extremists against the Tuareg and the jihadi group of the Azawad Liberation Front, we must arrest the presence of the Tuareg in the area, even if they are banned because they are converting them into a completely political resistance since the occupation of Birtawil, where they really had an administration over the land of Africa. They are becoming even more serious and even more at the center of the attention of this world for their dominion in North Africa, and they are backing again at the center of the attention because they were discovered to have been the people who might have defeated the Gaddafi to time in Chad and in southern Libya. So they are destroying them. Guys, they're destroying them, they're cool, they're good, the stuff, everything, the strong, big bad boy. We don't want to go against they. Morte 112, they are fighting all along against all the game board of Africa, so don't consider they as extremists. Or they are fanatical. They unrest to shoot up by the pickup, they unrest to shoot rocket by pickup, to shoot you with AK, they dispressed. However, they are surely some among the greatest general in the world, because this is the problem. We need a general here, not a bonus politician, which unrests socialist democracy mythology, which is just a mythology at any rate, because the social democracy and the communism is mythologic and utopic, more than a complete real all-out ideal. This to be the speech to blame for courage all the enemy that we have in the Middle East, in Africa and in Afghanistan. The socialism isn't the option. We are wokeists. I'm not socialist. Good morning to everybody. This is a speech that we have to do for courage. This is a clip of the video where we want to research about the camera world in Africa. Oh, we got it. Oh, that must have been a big bat. Ha! The fish general knows about General Bat naked. He has to read the bat. He has to read the bat naked. One liberal rebel accused of ordering cannibalism. Blah, disgustus. In Uganda, in Liberia. Cannibalism in Africa. Cannibalism in Asia. Cannibal General of Liberia. We found him. It's in Liberia. This is the Zawal, guys. I mean, how many would rather to have it a flag, as a flag? Let's visit. Oh, we got the screen. Azawad exists, and it's a region. Azawad exists, and it's this region, guys. It's at the north of Mali. It's the north of Mali. And it's war in Mali now. There are many confined regions, like Mauritania that is out there, and the Guinea Agraria that is out there. Zitto. Okay, let's research about it. The accident introduced in the 2012 into Arabian Uprising, which led the collapse of the totalitarian and the rise of the Islamist groups like Hakim and Ansardin. This group exploited instability and grievance related to governance, socio-economic marginalization to expand their influence, initially as allies with the secular MNLA before taking control of themselves. The presence of extremist group continues as a threat in the region. The investigation of factors, governance failures, and exploration of local conflict. Tuareg uprising. However, wait a minute. The men alive before taking control for themselves were the result of socio-economic marginalization to expand their influence. Of course, against the MNLA, because first they were only of the MNLA, but however, there were socio-economic issues to start the insurrection. It's not related to the MNLA, but where they were initially as allies with the secular MNLA before taking control for themselves. Which is really shit about it. Mali war. We found it, because if you know the Mali conflict were in Azawad. There is even the war in Central Africa right there, and the Tuareg rebellion in 2012. However, we don't want to rest about it. We'd rather not rest about is still what? Oh look, these are the Tuareg. The Tuareg, let's see if we can see the... No. These are the Tuareg rebel working on artillery. Good guys. They look like extremists, but however, they were all them MLA and they are combatter for everybody. They help us, guys, at any rate. They help everybody. Even the Russian. We don't need to bunch them before as a people. They are all equal in skin. And there's only different few somatical traits. But however, if you see their face, they are Tuareg. Because the Tuareg are put in Twitter fight against or for the extremists to arrest rebellion for their economy and therefore or they submitted is not their fault. West Africa to secure a mandate for military action in Mali. Nice. So Alice will crush the jihadists. Good guy. Tuareg rebel. Rivolto to a historic Tuareg revolt in Mali between 2009 and 2012. By both the Volkswagen Tuareg, okay, we don't care. The Tuareg rebellion. Oh, we found it. 2012. The Tuareg were rebelling. We want to research about more for courage. Oh, Tuareg against Jihad is actually a thing. Which happened in 2012, of course, in Azawad. Story rebellion. The Tuareg has a story rebellion against the government of central Mali, resilient by the independence of the country because of the process of exclusion and political economy. Against the jihadist group. The emerging against the jihadists has completely shared the conflict. Oh, they were emerging against the jihadists by, of course, the Tuareg. Better to copy it. There was attacker Rapesai. Oh, we got them framed. The jihadists are killing Tuareg. Yes, is word a yes. In different cases, there are registered attacks and rapside between the jihad group and Tuareg, which was demonstrated by episode in which the militant jihadists has killed some Tuareg in response to the last president attack before to this last on jihadist base. For example, a specific group episode verified in Northeast Mali, where a group related to Al Qaeda killed over 13 Tuareg in two attacks distinct, probably against retortion by action conducted by the Tuareg against the jihadists in the preceding week. Motivation: jihadist attack are monitoring a repression against the precedent action of the Tuareg against the bases of forces. A specific example. In the northeast of Mali in 2018, the jihadist group linked to Al Qaeda killed over 30 Tuareg. This episode of let's research about the president action. The Tuareg, we want to highlight the Tuareg a minute. The Tuareg completed action against the government in the past as like the revolution in the 2007, 2009, 2012, which was taken to lead to the control over part of the north of Mali by the part of the group of Tuareg and Islamic extremists. Their action of any time considering responsible to the sentiment of the political management and economical but pressures to be described by their own state. Or these two are kinda good. They can mount heavy weapon of artillery, even on little pickups. And they also has heavy machine gun and drone nowadays forgotten by the Ukrainian also rebel force. Because at any rate they are strong and they can manage to really intelligent war. Yes, two other rebels in Mali killed dozen Russian mercenary Wagner in ambush near Tinzhou. Nice! In July 2024, which is considered to be Europe's worst defeat in Africa, the attack which also resulted in deaths of Malian soldiers including an ambush or retreating convoy using improvised explosive devices. Intelligence from such as Ukraine was crucial to the attack. The Africa Corps. Oh, we got the Africa Corps over there. Well, we got many other news about the Africa Corps, which I will possibly link in the description. As a screenshot where. Yeah, 41 seconds to go! I wanted to destroy the world! I wanted to go in Africa with a bomb! But now I want to save it also! So where to demand the terrorist extremists and jihadists? With this is what they don't matter for the Israeli. Because they don't want to resolve it and they're thinking only to their money. No. We want to resolve the crisis worldwide. But we can do it, never mind. If can be a boy in ranger, but I'm not ranger, I'm a ranger. With the rage inside for me to interrupt every day. We want you to die, we want you to rest. Why don't you rest if you don't want to help? We want you to die, we want you to rest. To Africa on the fucking beach then, yes!